The iceberg goes pretty deep. I'm your host Youssef, and these are 10 scary things deep sea divers refuse to talk about. Make sure you subscribe and ring that bell to get notified whenever we upload a new video. Anyways, let's run it up. That's not supposed to be there. From roundabout 6, two of my coworkers were diving in a wreck off Rhode Island. The experienced diver went one way, the novice another. The new guy spotted a fishing net snagged on the wreck in murky waters. He also found a fisherman in the net who had been missing for months. He rushed back to the experienced guy and explained his find using facial expressions and hand signals. Finally, they tied a line to the body before returning to their dive boat to contact and wait for the Coast Guard. Number 9. Fish fight. From Tampa Burn, my dad took me spearfishing, family tradition for me. I was about 75 feet down when I shot the biggest amberjack of my life. I was stupid and wrapped the line from my spear around my wrist so I could pull the fish to me on the bottom. The thing was bigger than me and started flying up to the surface, so I'm going up and down, then up and down, and finally, he swam back down towards the wreck and I managed to snag my gun on a beam from the rusting hull. I took a second to breathe and realized how close to blacking out I was. My head was pounding, my ears felt like they were going to explode and implode at the same time from all the pressure changes. My mask was filling with blood since I burst a blood vessel in my nose in the fight. I should have lost. The moment I touched him, the fish went ballistic. It was like our fight was starting all over, this time in close quarters. I just wrapped my legs around him like a rodeo star and tried to find a sweet spot for my knife. I had my knees locked around the spear with the fish like a kebab in the middle. I took one jab and it deflected off his skull. Those guys have a tough head. Number 8. Snaky Waters. From Apricot Princess, coming up from a dive in Indonesia, didn't realize a sea snake was coming up for air at the same time until I surfaced. Everyone on the boat just started yelling snake. I kept my distance and it went back down, but it freaked me out how close it was. If they hadn't warned me, I might have run into it. Did a second dive and saw the bugger again. He kept following me for a bit and that freaked me out. Number 7. Speedboat scare. From Esme Alexander, Carl is a commercial driver, young, 19, who works with his dad and one other guy on a gooey duck boat. This was his first season actually diving and extracting the gooey ducks, and while he was down there, someone came up to his boat in a speedboat. The driver of the speedboat paid no attention to Carl's airlines and whatnot going down to his suit. So he was about 50 feet down when the boat engine sucked his lines, pulling Carl from 50 feet to about 8 feet in 2 seconds. He was scared to say the least. Survived, didn't get the bends. Going out to do it again come September. Number 6. Stranded. From Dank Holland, one of my first dives was in terrible conditions. There was a strong current and so much sand and debris everywhere that visibility was about 12 inches. For some reason, the dive master was like, it'll be fine once we get below 40 feet. We started descending on a guide wire, and after getting to about 55 feet, my brother and I, who were dive partners, could not see anyone else in the group. We waited at the bottom of the wire for 10 minutes, and after no one showed up, we started to think that the rest of the group would be waiting on the surface. We came up and one guy from our group was at the buoy looking confused, and the boat was gone. Number 5. Limited international collaboration. Space exploration often involves collaboration between multiple countries, combining resources, expertise, and funding. This collaboration helps share the cost and risks of ambitious projects. In contrast, deep-sea exploration can face challenges in international collaboration due to factors like geopolitical tensions, territorial disputes, and the vastness of the oceans in general. The lack of clear jurisdiction over international waters can create uncertainties regarding legal frameworks and resource ownership, potentially hampering cooperative efforts. Number 4. Environmental concerns. Deep-sea ecosystems are incredibly delicate and often poorly understood. The potential disruption caused by exploration activities such as deep-sea mining, oil and gas extraction, or the collection of biological specimens can lead to significant ecological damage. The slow growth rates and unique adaptations of many deep-sea species make recovery from disturbances a lengthy process. As a result, ethical and environmental considerations require careful planning and regulatory oversight to minimize negative impacts. I mean, just from research in the past, we've introduced whole ecosystems into North America and other places in the world. So I understand why we're going a little bit easy on the oceans now. Number 3, unpredictable conditions. The ocean environment is subject to unpredictable and rapidly changing conditions. Ocean currents, underwater geology, storms, and seismic activities can all pose risks to equipment and personnel involved in exploration activities. Planning and executing expeditions in such an environment require robust risk assessment, advanced forecasting, and adaptable technologies to ensure the safety of operations. Number 2, unknown returns on investment. Space exploration often presents opportunities for technological innovation and potential resource utilization, such as satellite communication technology and mineral resources on celestial bodies. In comparison, the tangible returns on investment from deep-sea exploration are less clear. While there is potential for deep-sea mining and bioprospecting, the economic viability and environmental sustainability of these activities are still being studied and debated. This uncertainty can make it challenging to attract private investment or government funding for extensive deep-sea exploration. To me, this is just kind of unfortunate. I mean, just because we're not getting something back doesn't mean we shouldn't study it, right? Number 1, legal and regulatory challenges. The complex legal landscape of the ocean poses challenges for exploration and resource exploitation. International waters are beyond the jurisdiction of any single country, leading to debates over who has the right to access and exploit resources. Developing a comprehensive legal framework that addresses environmental protection, resource management, and equitable sharing of benefits from deep-sea exploration requires international cooperation and negotiation, which we probably won't get. Thanks for watching. Those were 10 scary things deep-sea divers refuse to talk about. Leave a like and comment if you think we missed anything, and we hope you have a scary day.